Yo, vibrational wordplay every day. They gonna spot you. That's how the rev got you. Now you worshiping the deity in the sky that ain't never replied back to your request. Y'all niggas ain't getting the true information off of the chest. Yes, I been blessed with the finesse, and I ain't talking about getting at girls. I'm talking about changing the world. The boys and the girls show you the real feeling when you're in it, when you getting it going, ain't dripping, cause your armor solid gold can't harm them. Yeah, we stay storming. Yo, you need to block out the ignorance they be putting in you. Yeah, every day they got you on a killing mission, not seeing that you tripping. Shit, you ain't winning your enemy yet. All you do is make up enemy sets, but these are make believe. Get it correct. Your fairy tales ain't getting your status in check. That's why you getting took out, snuffed, and dumped out. 6 feet under the damn route. You need to watch your mouth. Yo, open your ears, but listen clear, cause they out here spell casting. Got you getting tormented with what they blasting at your mind state. Think faster. Yo, man. Excuse me. Welcome to the Light Show, man. Where we give this light. And this light unites us all over the world. And it keeps us from being blind. So, pros and cons of spellcasting. I know everybody's like, damn, you said that shit like you out here spellcasting us. Hell no. I ain't telling y'all to fucking bump Sexy Red and, sell drugs even though the drug game is dead. I'm not the one telling you to sell your soul to the minstrel show. I ain't tell you nothing like that, players. So you can't say that I'm casting anything like it. If anything, I'm dispelling the spells that are already on you. So, let's enjoy ourselves and learn some true game. Now, I'll go 1 for 1. That way we can get this over with. Because this is kind of like just a PSA. This ain't the long, lecture type video. Let's start with a pro. A pro of spellcasting is making the golden child. You know what I'm saying? When you love a child and you teach a child the correct way, man, they're untouchable. They're unstoppable. All children will tell you that. The ones that are the most successful, but also real cool, calm, collective, nice people, they'll tell you they had good parents. They were raised right. The rising of the sun. You guys love that. You guys love the rising up of people. So when good parents raise their child right, the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? So that's a pro in spellcasting. You're spell casting your child when you teach them how to clean. That's a spell. You put that on them. And usually if you do it right and at a young age, they'll do it fast. Con. A con of spell casting is a con of spell casting is not teaching allegorically. What do I mean? When a person knows that what they're saying to you, you're supposed to understand it with triple darkness, meaning there's more in what's being told to you. I guess the best example is this. Instead of them telling you that Christ made the blind see by enlightening them, Christ made the crippled walk by enlightening them. Christ fed 10,000 people with 2 fish and a loaf of bread by enlightening them. But when you teach people it's not allegorical, it is literal, they won't get any wisdom in it. That's a con. Another pro of spellcasting is who is the spellcaster. You know what I mean? Like Mr. Miyagi and Daniel's son. Perfect example, yo. Perfect example. Mr. Miyagi spellcast the hell out of Daniel-san. He told him, sand the floor, wax on, wax off, paint the fence. He told him all this different stuff. Remember, keep the allegory in mind. Daniel-san thought he was fucking with him. Like, man, all you gotta be doing is cleaning your motherfucking old school. Fuck you, I'm out. What'd he tell him? Sand the floor. But he told him do it standing up. He's like, sand the floor. He's like, paint the fence. Whole time he was teaching him blocking techniques. The whole time. If you notice, and if you really look into it, you'll notice that spellcasting originates with masters. We're not talking about slave masters. That's not what I'm talking about. Nobody ever said the martial art master students were slaves. Nobody ever said that. You know what I mean? And that's where people get it messed up. The original form of master is with student, not with slave. And if you notice, both of those words start with the letter S. So obviously somebody infiltrated. You know what I mean? Somebody infiltrated the temple. Somebody broke in the sacred dojos and perverted the science. Slavery since the beginning of time. I don't believe that. Nah, I believe there was a time on earth where there was really good energy here. Good righteous energy here. And then these entities fell down here. And that's why that's a metaphorical story that they tell us about these demons falling from heaven. This is what they talk about. We're talking about that heaven. See, when you're not thinking the Most High and you're thinking with your lower vibration, you're going to fall from heaven all the way into the belly of the beast. And where do they say this ground chakra is? It's in your gut or in your butt, however you want to put it. And your butt smells like shit. I hear people. Well, your breath stinks. We're not talking about your mouth. We're talking about your brain. I don't think anybody knows what the brain smells like. And it's the brain that senses to the nose to understand what smell is. So when you smell something that you like, it's not you that like it. It's your brain that likes it. Your brain is telling you to like the smell. A con in spellcasting is, and this is actually a double whammy. This is a pro and a con. Let's say it like that. A pro and a con of spellcasting is the popularity. Because there's a lot of people that have led people to their death. You know what I'm saying? They were popular. And there's a lot of people that led people to greatness. They were popular. So this is where a word like discernment will come into play. You need to know how to decipher or to differentiate between, you know, a good spell and a bad spell. We call them generational curses. Well, those were casted onto them through action of deed and through the verbal casting as well. I want you guys to understand the brain is a computer. It's an eternal learning mechanism. That's what it's here for. You know what I'm saying? You'll never know everything, but you'll never not know anything unless you're a vegetable. The brain is a computer. It's here to work. It's here to build. Okay. The pro and the con of that is duality. You can build whatever you want. You can build hell on earth. It's just a reference point. You can build heaven on earth. It's just a reference point. But I need people to understand the pros and cons of that. Both hell and heaven are filled with many. It's not one. So for people that are out here with their selfishness, talking about, oh, you know what I'm saying, God bless me, that's why I'm rich. If you're following that old Christian Bible guide, they say no rich person can get into heaven. No rich people are going to heaven. So, excuse me, when you see all these people with money and you see all the wicked stuff they doing, you have to know something. That is not heaven. That is not heaven. Buying a bunch of name brand clothes to keep these other corporational families rich. That's what you're doing. The Louis Vuittons, the Versace and stuff, this is part of the bloodline, bro. I don't give a fuck if they got 13, 14 different last names. Bro, it's all part of the bloodline. That's why it's the same shit. That's why you keep feeding the same thing. Ain't nothing new under the sun. These are the same monsters that been around for a long ass time. If you look at Louis Vuitton and all that stuff's been around since they was burning down your town. That's a Negro point. But pros of spellcasting. If you have an anointed person teaching you, at the end you will have glorious information to give. You'll be able to, tell great things. You'll be able to make great things. I mean, the con to spellcasting is if you are raised by a wicked leader or master or overseer. If you have a wicked teacher, you are going to make wickedness on earth, but you both have to do it. It's the teaching of life. Everybody's spellcasting. Everybody is. It's just like I said, it's just like the 33. What breed are you? Are you trying to make the world great? Are you trying to bring peace among earth? Are you trying to fight the righteous fight? Or are you wickedness? And you always have to remember, all your superheroes, all your favorites are fighting the righteous fight. All of them are. Goku, Superman, Mega Man, Batman, Robin Hood, Spider-Man. Like, if you had to choose between, and in your real life, I'm not talking about no cartoon stuff. If you had to choose between the super friends or the super villains, which ones would you want? Before you answer, I want you to remember your mother's here, your sister's here, your pets are here, your friends are here. Who do you feel should be in the top? You know what I mean? So, I say that to say this. If people are spell casting you in your life today, and they're telling you stuff that you've known for years, and that you see has not benefited, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that Pan-African stuff is bad spell casting. It's bad masonry, because you can see the results. It don't work. It hasn't worked. But the people before them, they did good, but nobody talks about them. If you notice, the pro-black, the Pan-Africans, all them back to Egypt people, they don't talk about Reconstruction. Why? Because those were good spellcasters. Those were good masons. Those were good people. And that's why they invented so much. And they weren't out there victims, and they weren't begging. Like, see, just using the American Negro as an example, you can tell when the bad spellcasters came in their life. It was in the 50s and the 60s with those fake preachers. That's what happened to them. They were led astray somewhere that did not work. And they can see it to this day. It didn't work. Where did it lead them? It led them to integration. Okay, that's fine. Everybody knows I'm not into racism. But while you are trying to go into their store, you stop managing your store and it shut down. Plus, you brought all your business to them. So now it's not your dollars anymore. It's not being recycled in your neighborhood. So you guys had to shut down. Okay, on top of that, when you go with these two preachers, one of them is a part of a secret society. The NOI is a secret society, period. The other one is a college kid, a part of a fraternity. And for some reason, you lose every single thing you had going. That was yours, in your name, independent. You lose it all. You don't see the spell casting in that? Oh, that happened a long time ago. You're right. But Why is no one addressing it today? And then we keep saying this is the devil's world, and then we keep talking about these evil motherfuckers and the elites, and then we keep talking about these evil people in Hollywood, and then we keep talking about these evil people in the music industry. It's like you have to look at it for what it is. That's why I'm making this video. That's what I'm saying. It's the pros and cons of spellcasting. Some of y'all will always be in that spell. Some of y'all will always believe that you're going to some heaven with a bunch of earthly things in it, like gates and wings and seals and scrolls and trumpets. Eventually, you're going to have to use your head. Or you can start using your head. And then you could be someone like me or people that be on my page and understand the de-spelling of things. And that's going to come in with the allegory where you start to comprehend. I get it because I'm an MC. I can't lie. I'm a master of ceremony. You know what I'm saying? I have mic control, so I have to understand what words mean. I have to understand points. Like, what are you trying to say? You have to be saying something. So a lot of those old scrolls and scripts and knowledge y'all don't get because you're not used to using metaphorical language. You're not used to. Only a poet or an MC is going to understand that. They're going to understand talking like that. Or, your players and stuff like that, your con men, your swindlers, they have to develop that because they're slick jawing. But an artist, an MC, a poet, they're trying to paint a picture for you. They're trying to make a vast understanding of what they're, creating for you. You know what I mean? So it has to be a little more in depth. If Shakespeare just wrote like he lived, he died, the end. It's not that deep. These rappers nowadays rap pretty basic. What do we say? They're not that deep. Okay. So, if you don't learn anything from this video, learn this. You are in spells every single day. You don't have a choice. You are in them. But can you decipher them? Can you dispel the spell? Do you see what you're supposed to get from certain things? Or do you just take it on face value? The more people wake up to the understanding that it is a game being played, the better off we can be at not taking over the game, but showing it its other three, showing it its other side. You know what I mean? Every samurai had to know an art, gardening, pottery, haikus. They all had to know some type of art because you have to have balance. You know what I'm saying? And only a true master would understand that. But then you have to think about the master mason with duality. Thank you for your time. Peace and love, everybody. Get them birds in the air, man. You already know what it is.